Before we start the coding class for today, I would like to do some little review because the topic will be related to this. It's about joining a table, okay? So if you're not sure what is joining table, you can check the chapter 3. Okay, I have uploaded into iLearning the chapter 3 material, the PPT slides. So it's included there. Okay, so I will just skip the rest of the topic and I will just jump into the joining tables. Okay. All right, so let's talk about how we combine tables, or we also can call by joining of tables. So, what are joins? So, I believe that you're always so you're already familiar with the joined word, the joined term. So, joins are used to combine the data from two or more tables in a database. And this will allow you to retrieve some related data which is stored in the different tables. Okay. And there are a lot of types of joins. The first type is called Cartesian joins. So this type of joints, it will combine every row from the first table with every row uh, from the second table. Okay. And for quick join, they are combining the rows from the two tables where the values in the specific column match each other. And then the outer join, basically it includes all the rows from one table and matching rows from another table. Okay, this is called outer join. And for outer join, they also have three types of joints. The first is called left join. So left join here includes all the rows from the left table and matching rows from the right table. Okay, so since we are talking about how to combine more than one table, so the minimum to combine is always two. But you can also join more than two tables at once. Okay, it depends on your situation. It depends on your need. All right, and then the right join is includes all the rows from the right table, the right side of the table, and then matching rows from the left table. And the last type for the outer join is called full join. So it includes all the rows from both tables, whether they have matched or not. Okay. And then the next type of the tables is called self-join. So the self-join here means a table that joins itself to compare the rows within the same table. Okay. And the last type of the joining table is called natural join. Okay, so natural join is it's automatically because it's called natural, so it's automatically. Okay, automatically joins the two tables using the columns with the same name, with same name. Okay. So later in this coding, hands-on coding practical, Later on, we will more likely doing the outer join. Okay, the outer join, because the outer join is a widely common joining table. Okay, so we will have an outer join here later. Okay, so for your better understanding, I will give an example of these two tables that I'm going to join. Okay, so as you can see here that you have a customer table. Okay, customer table on the top side of the slides, and then the address is in the downside of the slides. Okay, so I will try to join these tables because I want to see the customer's detail and their phone number. Okay, I want to see customer's detail with their phone number. Customer's detail here means I only need the first name, okay, the first name here, this column, and then the last names and the phone number. Okay, so you don't see any phone number columns in these customer tables. You see the phone number columns in the address. Okay, so I want to combine these two tables by showing the first name and last name and the phone only. And the rest of the columns, I don't want it to be shown. And how do I combine these two tables? Okay, you see there is one column, it's called address ID. Okay, the customer have this address ID as one of the columns. And then for address table, they also have this address ID as one of the column. Okay, so so I connect these two tables using the address ID. Okay, so you got the idea, right? And later on, I will show you how to do the hands-on coding, how to do the coding using the MySQL workbench. Okay. For now, it's the most important. You got the idea. So later on, when you do the coding, you know what you are doing. Okay. All right. So you can start to open your workbench. But before that, since I'm going to use examples in Spotlight SQL, I'm using Sakila. Okay, Sakila over here. If you don't have the Sakila in your base in your workbench, don't worry, you can download from my GitHub. Wait, I'll show you how to download it. You go to my GitHub. I'm going to show you. Mm. Okay, so for those who use Sakila database, you can first download these two SQL into your uh, desktop, and later on I will show you how to do it. Okay, so once you download these two SQL script, you know how to do it, right? You just clicked it and then download using this click button. Okay, download the raw file. If you want to download the other, then just click the other SQL script and then click download. Okay, this is to if you don't have the Sakila examples database. Okay, but if you have the example, the sample database from the MySQL, then you don't need to do this. Okay, so once you've downloaded, go to the MySQL Workbench. Okay, I need to drop my Sakila. So will not have any problems later on. Okay. So once you download it, yeah, please pay attention. Click File, and then open the SQL script. Okay, so I downloaded here already. First, you run the Sakila schema, okay, and then click Open. All right, you're following, right? If I'm too fast, please say, teacher, wait. Okay, so I will slow it down. So once you open the SQL script, you run with the, you have two types of lightning bolt, right? You click the left side, the lightning bolt without the cursor. Okay, so the left side. And then click it. Okay, once you clicked it, you refresh the schema on the left bar using this refresh button to check if the Sakila database is already there. Okay, so now I can see the Sakila. It means that it's already here. But I believe that, okay, so we have tables already, the 23 tables over here. But the thing is, the value, the data is not here. Okay, so I'm inserting the data into each table by using the next SQL script. Okay, you remember we download two SQL script, right? Okay, so you open another SQL script. Okay, the Sakila data. Okay, and then you open. All right, and then just click the lightning button, the left side one. Okay, the left side. Okay, and you can see that we have all the green check. It means that successfully uh, add the value, the data into each table. Okay, so this is the data for each table. Okay, so first, let me tell you again. First, you download from the GitHub, and then run this Sakila schema first. Okay, run this Sakila schema first. And after that, you run the Sakila data. So Sakila data is just to insert the data into each of the tables. Okay. If you're okay with that, we can start to do the coding. Am I too fast? Still have a problem? Okay. Go to my GitHub. I will show you once again. Here, go to this GitHub and type in my name, Yuting E, and then CYCU. Oh, sorry, I need to make it more. Okay, you go to this link, okay, github.com/ts dash UTE slash CYCU dash Sakila slash demo. Okay, and then you can download these two files, these two SQL files, just in case you don't have the Sakila simple links from the time you start to install the MySQL workbooks. If you have that already, so that will be the problem. You can still have any. Okay, time to type in, okay? Give you like 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, I think it's more clear. Okay, can you see? Maybe I think it's difficult because it's too small for you, right? So can you go to this GitHub? Okay, now, okay, now. Anyone needs my help? It's still okay. You can, if you need any of my help, just let me know. So it's okay. Oh my God, it's the first hour is so fast. Okay, if you're okay with the Sakila, you need to check on the left side. If you already have the Sakila database here, it means that you're okay and we can start the coding. Okay. So first of all, you need to type in use Sakila. Okay. This is to telling the system that I want to use this database for the next coding. Okay. And then run. Since I only use one line, so I'm going to run the one line only. So I click the right side, the lightning bolt with the cursor over here. Okay. Okay, so we can see the green check at the bottom of the workbench. It means that uh, it's already works. Okay. Now I want you to check if the data inside each of the table already there or not. Okay, so you can choose any of the table over here to check the data inside of the table by typing this select and then star from, okay, I'm choosing, okay, customer. Don't forget the semicolon. Okay, and then click run with the cursor, don't forget. You know the difference, right? I believe so. These two execute button. If you want to execute all the lines on the editor, you can click the left side. If you just want to click one line, you click the right side. Okay, the lightning button on the right side. All right, so I can see that I've successfully insert the data for the customer table. Okay, if you haven't seen this, it means that you need to run a second script that you already download on the GitHub. Okay, so far, still have any problems? Okay, so far so good. Good. Then we can start to do the coding. All right, so previously I explained to you that I'm going to join two tables by only showing some particular column. Okay, let me show you once more PPT. All right, so this is a customer's table and the address table. So I want to know the customers and their phone number. Okay, I want to know customers with their phone number. So how do I do this? I combine these two tables. But I don't need another column like email and then the creating date, the last update. I don't need that. So I only need the first name, the last name, and their phone number. And I see that these two tables have the same address ID to connect to each other. Okay, so I will use this key to connect, to combine these two tables, okay? So let's go back to the workbench. Okay, so I will type in the, I want to display the customer detail with their phone number. Okay, so this is, this is just an information. So the SQL will not execute this code, okay, this line code. Right, so let's start the coding. You type in select. And then I want to see the first name. I want to, the first name and last name to be shown. And then first name, and then the last name, and the phone number. Phone, okay? Let me check once again. Yeah, it's phone. The column's name is phone. From, okay, remember, there are two tables, right? It's from customer, and the address, right? These two tables. Where this is how we connect. This is where we start to connect these two tables, how we combine it, where the address ID equals to customer address ID. Okay? And ordered by last name. Okay? And then don't forget the semicolon. After that, after you put in semicolon, it means that this is one line. Okay, so this is one line. Why I put it in the different line? Just to for the readability, so I can read it easily. Okay, if you can do like very long to the right, you can do that as well, but it's not suggested because I love the way it's very clear. Okay. Okay, and then let's execute this line by clicking the right side of the execute icon. All right, so it's there. So we have the first name, okay, first name, and then the last name and phone number. This is from two tables because that's I'm going to do this to combine these two tables and only show the first name, last name of the customers and their phone number. Okay. All right. So actually, there are a lot of ways for you to do these kind of things. And I'm going to show you another syntax of how to combine these two tables. Okay, so before that, I want you to check the ERD. Okay, the ERD, the diagram. How to do this? Still remember? By using the reverse engineer. Okay, how we check the ERD of this Sakila? Okay, you click the database and then choose the reverse engineer. Clicked it. Okay, and then just continue. Okay, it asks a password. Just type in your password. Okay. And click continue. Okay, so since I'm going to check the ERD for Sakila, so I will choose check the Sakila database and then click continue. Okay, it's so fast, it's finished already. Hit another continue and then execute. Okay, it will take some minutes, but it's quite fast. And then click continue again and then close. All right, as you can see here, this is the ERD of the Sakila database, right? We have a customer and then we have a store and we have a rental. So basically, this database is the movie rental, okay, movie rental. So that's why we have actor, we have a will, okay. We have an actor and we have a film actor and then we also have the will. Okay, and we have a film category, an inventory over here. And then let's see. I will make it more compact by moving the table around, okay, the entities around. Oh, it's 10 minutes break, okay. I hope we can finish. So I'm going to be a little bit fast. So you need to pay attention because it's quite advanced, okay, the coding. Okay, let's have a 10 minutes break so we can continue later after the break time. Okay, sure. Wait. Okay, once again, let's check the ERT. Okay, and previously we're trying to combine the customers table and the address tables, right? Okay, we can see the customers is over here, the customers and address table. Since I want to see customers and their phone number, so I want this to be combined, these two tables to be combined, but I don't want to see another column. That's why we do this coding, okay? To display only the customer's detail, like their first name and last name, first name and last name. Okay, it's too long, sorry. Together with their phone number, okay? And this is how we do it. Okay, and now I would like to show you another alternate syntax to combining tables, okay? So for now, okay, let's get back to the ER diagram. I want to get an actor's name. Okay, if we can see that we have an actors, it's connected to film actors and the film. I want to get an actor's name, and the films that they have been playing. Okay, so I will connect these actors with the film and check whether how many titles of the particular actors have been displayed in a film. Okay, so for the next code, I will connect this table, actor and film. Okay, so let's go back to the workbench. Okay, if you can see that we saw a lot of tabs here. Okay, so this is the tab for ER diagram. This is the models, and this is where your editor is. Okay, you just clicked to go back to your editor, and then I will type in the next one just for your reference. If next time you need to learn about this code, so you know what this code is for. Okay, so I want to get the actor's name and display the movie or the film. Display the film that they have they have uh, been in. Okay, so we're going to start with select, and then concat. Okay, so concat is for just in case the first or last name they have a duplicate name. Okay, so we have so we do with a concat, and then the first name. Okay, let's check this. Okay, we have a first name and last name, right? So we also do first name, and then some space over here, and then the last name, right? Okay, so later I will show the first name and last name, but in one column. Okay, instead of making it two columns, I will make it in one column. So I will add make it to be one column using as over here. I got as, and then put the column's name. Okay, the new column's name. Like it's actor name, and then I want it to be descending order. So I will put the most the most film of the actors to be in top. Okay. Okay, let's. So you do it a count based on the title, like this. Okay, and don't forget to mention where this condition from which table. Okay, so I'll type in from actor. Okay, this is the name of the table. And then let's start the join process. Okay, the join. Okay, so this time I will join the will actor on. Okay, watch more. Check if it's right. Okay, film actor. Film actor. The actor ID. Okay, the actor ID, which is equals to actor of actor ID. Okay, you know how it works, right? Yeah, let's check again so you don't confuse. Okay, So we have the same key, the actor's ID with the actors. Okay, so actor ID. So we're going to combine these two tables with the actor's ID. Okay, so let's go back to the editor. Then I will join another table. Okay, so for this time, I'm going to connect the film actor with the film table. Okay, as you can see here that the key to connect these two tables is film ID. Okay, film ID, these two tables. Okay, so let's go back to the editor. So again, the join. Okay, so we are going to combine three tables, right, for this for name. Okay, join the fill on wait, let me check once again. Okay, sorry, it should be fill actor. Film actor. Yeah, film actor. The film ID, right? Film ID, yes. Film ID. Okay. Film ID, which is equals to the film ID, right? The film ID from the film table. Film ID from the film table. Okay. All right. So after that, we group this. We group it by the actor's name. Okay. Using actor's name. Group by actor's name. I'll just copy that, paste it. And then I want it to be descending order based on the number of the titles, okay? It's ordered by count the title, okay? Once again, title, descending order. Okay, and then don't forget the semicolon. All right. So after that, you once again execute it with the cursor. Execute icons with the cursor. Okay, so I'm going to click this. All right, so yes, it's over there. We have actor's name. Okay, so actor's name is consists of first name and last name, and then they count titles. It means that I want the system to count the Susan Davis in how many titles. Okay, so since it's descending order, so Susan Davis as the winner. Okay, has the most titles, the most film they have been in. All right. Okay, so I'll give you like 1 minute to do the coding, and then after that we'll start the next one using another alternate syntax. Okay. So next one, I'm going to calculate the revenue of the customer. So I'm going to combine another table, okay? So let me show you the ERD once more. Am I too fast? I hope not. Okay, is there any of you who have problems with the third? Oh no, this is the second code. Is there any of you are having problems? Okay, if you don't have problems, then let me continue. Okay, is that okay? All right, so I'm going to show you once again the ER diagram. Okay, I'm going to show you. All right, so now I'm going to check the total payment, okay, the revenue of customer. Okay, so I'm going to combine these two tables, the customer and payment. Okay, so let's go back to the editor over here. Okay, you can type in select. Okay, and then concat, just to make sure that maybe the last name or first name have a lot of duplicates. Okay, so we want the system to show all the last names and first name and okay. So they'll give you the error message. Okay, and last name. Okay, let's see once again the ER diagram. Let's check. Okay, first name and last name. Okay, first name, and then since I want the same like the previous one, I want to combine these two columns into one column. So I will add the last name and the first name. So that's why I have this space. Okay, and then first name. Okay, as the customer name. Customer name. Okay. And then mention the table's name, where it comes from. Okay, where the table's from. It's from the customers, right? Customer. Okay, and then let's start with the join to combine these two tables. Okay. So we type in join. Okay, and then the payment. Okay, since we are combining customer and payment. Okay, this customer and payment. So join the payment using the customer ID. Okay, let's check. Since this customer ID, we can see the customer and payment. Okay, so here the customer ID. Can you see? I think it's very small. Okay, so we're going to combine these two tables using the key of the customer ID. Okay. So actually this time the syntax is more compact, it's more, it's shorter. I think everyone love this alternate syntax on how to combine two tables. Okay. So instead of you type in all the, the tables and the key to combine, and tables and key, okay, using the equals to. This alternate give you another type of syntax, which is more compact. Okay, so instead of doing this, I'm just type in the key, okay, which is the customer ID. Okay, let me check the right one. Okay, customer ID. This is also customer ID. Okay. Okay, and then group by oh, okay, group by the customer name. Since I already make it one column, last name and first name, so I will make it one column and use this to group by. And after that, we'll ordered by the sum of this, it's the sum amount. Okay, so it's amount, right? Let's see. Okay, it's amount over here. Okay, it's amount column, and in descending order. Descending order. Okay, so let's run this code to see what happens. Okay, so it's only showing the customer's name, but it's not showing the amount. Okay, so I think I forgot one step. Okay, okay, okay. Maybe this sum up the amount. Okay. The amount, it's one of the column, okay? Okay, let me try again. Okay, there you are. We have the total amount of the customer on the right side. Okay. So her customer's name and sum amount. All right. I think we can make it smaller so you can. Okay, is there any problems you have? Can you see? Is there any problem? Okay, I'll give you some time to type in the code. And if you have any problems, just raise your hand and I will help you. Seems doesn't have any problems, so can we continue? Okay, any problem? Okay, this good. You don't have problems, okay? So let's continue with the Next one. Okay, this is how we connect the films that are out of stocks. So let's check the ER diagrams once more. Okay. So I want to connect these two tables, the films and inventory, because I want to know which films are out of stock. Okay. Since the films is only mentioning the detail of the films, and then the inventory is telling the stock of the films. Okay, as you can see here that the film ID is how we connect these two tables, right? The film ID. Okay, so this is how we use this key to combine these two tables. Okay, so I'm going to type in information, check the films that uh, are out of stock. Okay, or we can say uh, out of the inventory. Or we can say also a new. Okay, new. New means no stock. Okay, zero. Okay, so we can start. We can start by typing a select, and then the will ID. Okay, the will ID. This is how we use the alternate syntax to combine tables. Okay, the will ID, and then the title and the inventory ID. From will. Okay, from will. And then let's start to do the join. Okay. So this time I'm going to use the join. I'm mentioning that I want it to be a left joint. You still remember what is left joint is? So the left joint is the all rows from the left tables and then matching the rows from the right side. Let me show you the slide again. Okay, this is the left joint, and this is what we are going to do now. And the left joint. Okay, so all rows from the left table matching the rows from the right table. Okay. Let's go back to the workbench. Okay, the left join. The inventory table. I'm using the second way to connect the key. Okay, so just type in using. Do you remember what the key is? It's the film ID, right? Is it the film ID? Oh, yes, the film ID. Yeah, film ID. Okay. It's using the film ID where I'm going to put an where clause where the inventory ID So we saw the inventory ID. Okay, inventory ID is new. Okay. Since we are checking what films are out of stock, so this is the condition. Okay, so I put the condition where the inventory ID is new. All right, so next one. I want it to be ordered by the title of the will. Okay, the title of the will. Okay, title. It's over here. All right, and next, let's run this code once more and see what happens. Okay, so yeah. So this is the films title that are out of stocks. As you can see, the inventory ID is new. It means that these films are out of stock. Okay, so it's pretty easy. The thing is not you just type in the code and that's it. I want you to understand the meaning of the syntax and what is this code for, and then you can explain when you want to another table, you can do it by yourself. Okay, so we see the four alternatives on how to combining tables. You can combine two tables, or you can also combine more than two tables. Okay, is there any questions from you? Later, if you finish, you can, as usual, you can save the script onto your desktop. And after that, you can upload into the iLearning. Okay. As the assignment 4. Okay, as the assignment 4. Please upload your script, the assignment 4. Okay. So do you have any questions or still have some error? If you have error, you can raise your hand and I will come to you to help you.